is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Interpol's our guest tonight. Sam, let's see if I can pronounce this right.
Don't even try it.
Yeah, well, it's Italian. I should be able to get it.
Yeah, but if you get it wrong, it could be really bad.
Fogarino!
Ah, si.
Yeah.
Bellissimo.
Carlos, D, are both here tonight. Actually, the whole band's here, right? Or who are we missing?
Three-fourths of the band are here.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Daniel's in the other room. He won't come in and talk to us.
Well, he can come in and say hi at some point. Turn on the Bright Lights, name of the CD. Drew saw the band a couple days ago at the big Weenie Roast shindig we had. I missed the band because Drew was running early. That's the way I like to look at it.
And the what?
Drew
the 5 freeway was causing you to run late?
There was some bad times on the freeway. You know, here's my problem. And this is why I'm late to a lot of things.
Oh, this is going to be good.
If somebody says I got to be somewhere that I really don't want to be, like I want to get, if I want to get to places, like on Saturdays I want to get to places when I want to get to places.
Sure.
And if someone says you got to get to, you got to get down the street by 2 o'clock, I'll go, okay, I'll leave at 1:30. But if they say you have to be in Yugoslavia by 2 o'clock, I'm still leaving at 1:30.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to let it screw me up.
Yeah.
And my thing is I give it an hour.
Yeah.
I left. We're supposed to be on stage at 2.
Yeah.
I'm leaving at 12:30.
Yeah.
I'll be on the road. I was in my car at 12:20, and I didn't even come close to making the gig. So Drew went out on stage and brought Finch out, but Interpol was playing before then.
Right.
And really, Drew, the bands you do see the most of are the bands that are playing before the band you bring out on stage, right?
Absolutely. Because you're standing there waiting.
You're captive,
watching.
right?
You're watching, yeah.
You're angry. You're standing there.
Looking for earplugs.
Arms folded. It's like a headache commercial. You're the old person. But how was Interpol? Seriously.
Great. They were excellent. And
Great.
I'd say there's a lot of buzz about them, too. People really wanted to, oh, my God, that's what they wanted to see.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, well, I trust Drew. He can't lie.
Well, none of that. I don't know
He's a
anything.
doctor.
You know what I mean? I'm just reporting the facts.
Wait. You just said they were really good and it was a big buzz, but then again, you just said you
No,
don't know
I'm
anything.
not biased by anything. I'm just observing and reporting. And that's
No,
what
but if you
that's
say
at.
that you're really good, then that means that's a subjective opinion, right? I mean,
Well, I have keen judgment, very keen. There are too many Asian
it's an
people.
observant judgment, right?
All right. Anderson, I don't even know what that was, but Interpol's leaving for Europe come tomorrow. And we're going to hear stuff off their CD, and I think we'll hear 2. We'll hear 1 in the first hour, 1 in the second hour. And also, if you want any information about the band, you can just go to www.interpolnewyork or ny.com. Oh, wait a minute, did I get that right?
You did, yeah.
All right. Well, good times. What do you guys have to ask me? I'm tired of talking to everybody. Any questions for me? You must be curious.
Why are you always late to everything?
Yeah. But Carlos,
he gave the explanation. He gave the no, and I was going to say, I think Adam and I are kindred spirits.
Oh, you're that late like that. Well, what
Actually,
makes I'm a little bit
because
irritated
What?
is that Adam gave me the, we got to be there by 1 o'clock. You gave me a little bit of a little twist and a guilt trip to me too. It's like, I'll meet the mayor at 1 o'clock. It takes an hour by the time you schlep the buses and the tour, into the concert arena and all that stuff.
Oh, we got to be at the hotel by 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
that was you.
Well, I gotta say, I really should be apologizing to Finch, who I didn't bring up, but I'll apologize to Interpol because it's like you guys represent all bands. That's the way I look at it. Yeah.
I don't know whether I should take that as a compliment.
It's good. It's good. You're all of them. You're the good ones. You're not the bad ones. You represent
all
all
good bands.
quality. Yeah. I was leaving. I had a guy who was supposed to meet me at my house at 12:30, and then I realized the night before that's too late. He should meet me at 12, and I called his cell phone 5 times, kept leaving message, and eventually when I did get hold of him at about 12:15 the next day, he said, "Why don't you just pick me up? I'm on the way." So it ended up running into stuff. But look, we can't live in the past, Drew.
All right, here we go.
We got to move forward.
Let's take some calls.
We got to take some calls. We got to hear some songs. We got a lot of business to take care of. And you guys are smart, right? We don't have a lot of smart bands on the show. You guys are educated.
Why are you saying that?
I can tell because I think you dropped the pejorative word.
Oh,
somewhere.
sorry about that.
So wait till he gets rolling.
Yeah.
The night is young.
Dude, I'm warming you up, Adam.
Smart band. Kim,
I'm pretty dumb, actually.
you're 20.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, I just had a quick question. I've been with my fiance for a year and a half now, and of course, I lost my virginity at 16. And with past partners,
Of course.
with penetrating me, it's been, it's been fairly simple. But with my fiance, every time that we make love, it seems like I'm like a virgin again.
Wow.
Like I'm like incredibly tight, and
Wow.
every time he tries to penetrate me, it hurts like none other.
Are you nervous?
No,
Is he bigger than the rest of the guys?
I want to say yes, but I don't know. I don't know if it's me or if it's him.
Well, no, hang on.
You want to
He
say
wants you to
yes.
say yes, too.
And it's not up to us.
I
You're gonna
kind of
have
like
tell
to
us.
say yes.
You have to tell us yes or no.
Yes, he is.
A lot.
Oh, yes.
Well, no, wait a minute. If it's a lot, she would just come out and say it.
Well,
wouldn't
I'm
she?
wondering why she didn't.
Because I did have one past partner who was, to me, he was pretty big, but he never had any problem with it.
Are you aroused by this guy? Are you lubricating normally and that sort of thing?
Yes, I am. I don't know if it's maybe medicine I'm taking.
Right, that's where I was going next. What's the medicine?
I'm taking Paxil and birth control,
Yeah, what birth control?
or orthotricycline.
That doesn't typically do that. It's the progesterone only or predominantly progesterone pills that really dry you out a little bit and can give you some women difficulty with arousal, but certainly the Paxil can.
Okay.
And so, between those two things, maybe that's it. And then you add to it the fact that there's sort of an anatomic problem here. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
because
it.
I mean, after we get done, I can't do anything for a few days because I have to let it heal.
Well, you're
man.
Yeah. You're a
Does she
chick,
have the
though,
strangest way of expressing herself? I don't
I
mean
know.
that to be pejorative, Kim, but
right? What would you be doing otherwise? I would just bareback riding, or what would you do? You breaking in
it
wild
needs to heal.
horses? It needs to heal. All right, you get handy on that computer. It doesn't matter what happens to you downstairs. You can still work.
But Kim, look, you got to talk to the doctor prescribing the Paxil. What are you taking it for?
Depression.
All right, there are better things that will not. Well, there are things that will be not so likely to interfere with your sexual arousal.
Wellbutrin.
Wellbutrin, Cerazone, Wellbutrin,
Celexa.
Remeron. Celexa now, Lexapro is sort of the new incarnation of Celexa, and it is less likely to cause some of the, not as good, though, as some of these other ones we already mentioned.
All right.
Lubricants, though.
Lubricants.
There's-
Use
and they-
lubricants.
and they taste
didn't-
good.
Yeah, we didn't
There's
bring
some
that up.
that's flavored,
That's right.
flavored lubricants.
She should be using lubricants.
And when you blow on them, they get hot and stuff.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
True. Come on.
Oh, man, I'm
there's,
behind.
There was when I was her age, I had my favorite flavor was cinnamon.
Really?
Yeah.
And for the lubricant,
It works.
Did you ingest it? I mean,
You tasted it.
Wait,
Well, how would
Sam's not calling in here, though.
yeah.
I'm giving advice.
No, but that's good. No, I didn't mean to curtail the conversation.
All
sorry.
right. I've always been, my feeling on like the edible underpants and stuff like that. It's always been, and even to the point of licking the whipped cream off of the stripper and that kind of stuff.
Distracting.
It always felt like just a distraction was unnecessary.
It's goofy. It's goofy stuff.
But
There's
there's sort
gonna-
of purpose to this one, right?
Yeah.
Right. No, it serves a function.
Yeah.
To make it easier.
No,
on
okay.
it.
No. This is
Yeah,
not
and then Adam,
No judgment,
we can go straight KY.
right. We
That's right.
could
Water-based.
We
Oh,
may.
Water-based, water-soluble.
The night is young.
Yeah, it's good. It's getting too racy already.
I'd like to change the subject real quick here. And I was reading the newspaper today, and Prince William got in some kind of scuffle on the road.
Yeah. No, it's on somebody's property.
He was driving his car around. He cut some old guy off in a Land Rover. The guy came up and cut him off and what have you. That wasn't the interesting part of the story to me. The interesting part of the story to me was that he was driving a Volkswagen. And I thought, isn't this the car Hitler commissioned? Wasn't he just dropping incendiary bombs on your country like a few years ago? Like, this country was trying to burn your country. All they did was bomb you guys. You shouldn't be driving. If you're part of the
Adam,
royal family, you should not be driving
you drive
a
a car. It has Bavarian right there in the name.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Germany wasn't bombing the United States. We did plenty of battle with them and everything, but there was no You know what I mean? These poor guys. I mean, they're people. His
This is the royal
grandparents were
family, yeah.
living underground.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
this is a royal family. They should be driving a Jag. That's all I'm saying. A German car.
Ford, Ford. That's
of all
good.
places, England and Germany.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, you're right.
You're
Yeah,
right.
but I mean, he might want to kind of divert the stereotype, probably.
Yeah, maybe they're
Prince
making-
William would be a great example.
He's trying to make
Right.
a play for the Euro.
Yeah,
Trying to-
yeah. There you go.
All right, and I think it's also one of these things too. It's like he's driving a Rabbit. It's like a $19,000 car. I think once you have over a cajillion dollars, you drive a crappy car so people don't think you're a total a-hole. Like I'd be driving the Budweiser Clydesdale mobile, with like a giant throne on it. It was encrusted with rubies. You know, he's driving
Scutcheons
He's driving
on
a
there.
car. Yeah, he's driving a car that a college student drives.
Well, he's a college student.
Yeah, but you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Come on.
Encrusted with rubies.
Land Rover is what he should be
But
driving.
apparently he was
Encrusted with-
driving on this guy's property was the thing.
Oh, he was having some fun.
On the Land Rover guy's property.
Right. He was a lord or something.
Yeah.
Everyone over there's a lord. Big deal. Daniel? Daniel,
Oh, hi guys.
what's up?
How you doing?
I'm really mad at my parents actually, because they're super strict with me. Like they restrict everything. They have to know exactly where I am, exactly what friends I'm hanging out with, exactly when I'm going to be home. I have to be home by 11 o'clock.
Right. So
Crazy.
what is the question?
Well, my question is, when I go out, I'm looking for girls, and I get into a relationship with a girl, and then I get her, she's liking me, I like her, and then we start messing around, and all of a sudden, I feel sick of the girl.
You pansy.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's weird.
Well, do
I-
you have dates with her?
Yeah. I think I like this girl, and it gets to a point in the relationship, we're making out, and we're holding hands and everything, walking around, and my mom just gets on my case, and
Stop right there.
ends up-
Let's stop right there.
Hold on.
Did you see that transition right there?
Yeah. Into the bogus?
No,
Or
it's not bogus.
into the mom.
Into the mom talk. So I'm holding
Ball-busting
hands,
mom?
ball-busting mom, holding hands, we're having a good time. And my mom, he goes from those good feelings of intimacy to the intrusive mom coming in.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the way his brain works. Is as he gets close to people, what he expects is intrusion, discomfort, and misery. And so as
that Oedipal?
a way of avoiding that, I wouldn't even say that. Just sort of how he's wired in intimacy. And so when he gets close to somebody, once he gets to the point where he's really sort of getting into a real relationship, the expectation is that this is going to be awful. Closeness is intolerable.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all sounds good on paper, but I'm wondering. Mom, I'm so mad at you! I am so mad at you, Mom! Completely out of context. Completely during a commercial.
Unrelated to this
trying
topic.
To have a private phone call. Daniel?
Yeah.
You're a virgin, right?
Yeah, I am.
And, see, on one hand, Daniel says he meets these women, but I don't think he meets a lot of women.
No.
I think he's blaming his mom for not meeting the ladies. Do you feel like your parents have stunted your growth a little bit?
You want to know something, Adam?
Yeah.
I'm homeschooled.
Oh.
They took me out of school in 6th grade.
A lot
Yeah.
of hurt.
See,
A
this
lot of
is-
hurt.
How old are you now?
I'm 17.
It's an intolerance of closeness, Daniel, because your family life is too close. Right?
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Well, hold on a second. Here's the thing. Daniel sounds like severely depressed. I'll tell you the vibe I get from Daniel. I get either bogus call,
Yeah.
or I get gay and not come to terms with it, or I get just very emotional, sort of almost feminine in his approach to life, even if he's not homosexual. Does that sound horrible? Do you know what I mean? He's a sensitive guy.
I hear what you're saying. But
When I was 17, I didn't speak like this. I didn't have any.
Yeah,
of
but
these
you had
thoughts.
friends and things. This guy's stuck in a household with people that are intruding on him all the time.
Daniel,
Yeah.
you gonna go to home college one of these days?
No.
You gonna graduate?
Yeah, I'm going to graduate.
Where are you gonna go?
Yeah. Actually, they planned for me to go to some small college in Virginia.
All
Where
right.
my brother and sister are going right now, and it's like 400 students.
Well, your only salvation is to get away and go to college, and I suggest you go somewhere bigger than that. It's up to you.
Can you do that? How do you do that? You just take your tests, SATs, and all that stuff, and just apply for colleges?
Yeah.
And your mom writes you a nice report or something? I can't figure out this
Want to
homeschooling.
know how my homeschooling works?
Yeah, how does it work?
All right. I do all my schoolwork at home, and there's this place. I live in New York. You guys live in California. Well, this place called...
Hold on. I'm
Let me check
right.
that out.
Hey.
We're
Fans
going
from
too
New York.
fast.
Go ahead. I live in New York. You're out here in California. Go ahead.
No. The place in California is where I am enrolled in school.
Uh-huh.
I live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the schoolwork. My mom grades it. She sends it to California.
Mm-hmm.
They look it over. They tell her how she's doing. Give her hints. Tell her if she's grading me too high, too low. And then they send it back. And that's how I do my schoolwork.
All right. And, yeah, who pays for this? And what time does the bus pick you up? I imagine it'd be like 4 or 5 days before you had to be in class.
Well, usually I don't have to get up until around 10 or 11.
Sure.
I'm which is a plus, but
Okay.
doesn't make up for everything.
Yep.
All right, so, Daniel, here's what's going on. Daniel's parents have retarded his growth. That doesn't make him a
socially.
retard.
Yeah, socially. His
But
EQ.
they've retarded his social growth.
His EQ, his emotional.
Yeah, they've kept him at home, and they've sort of strangled him, threw a wet blanket on him. And he sort of sounds a little stunted that way.
Yeah.
It's
And
like Chris Farley's character when like he interviews all his like heroes on Saturday Night Live, and he's like,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happened to him. And so he does need to get out and go to college. I don't think there's any way you can talk your parents out of who they are when you're 17 and they're 44. There's just really not a lot you can do other than just sort of lay low, try not to piss them off, and then when the time comes, go off to college, and that's when you just get your freak on. You know what I mean? Black nail polish. You come home with your boyfriend. You start putting like a pentagram in your head. You start shaving stuff, and you really rebel. You really go sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
That's where you make that move.
Okay.
That's my plan.
There we go.
All right, so he can't do anything.
Right.
Well,
he has a year to go.
Yeah.
And his sort of fare with women is completely understandable given his family life.
It'd be funny if his mom held him back a grade. You know what I mean?
I'm failing you.
Sorry, you can't
Daniel.
go to college. I'm going to hold you back a grade. Yeah, you left the cap off the mustard. It's been 2 weeks
I'm gonna have
now.
to go ahead and
I'm going to have to call myself. I'm going to have to get myself in here. I'm going to have to call me at work. I don't know.
Don't make me call me out of work, all right?
That's right.
Don't make me do that.
Yes, Mrs. Me. Yeah, sorry to disturb you at work. There's a problem with Daniel. No, he's okay. He's all right. Yes, you should come down. You should. Thank God I had the emergency card on file. I wouldn't have had my work number. Drew's clearly not amused with any of this.
You're
but
staying
man,
after school, young man.
That's right. Way into the night. As a matter of fact, you're sleeping over at school. All right. And weekends here, too.
Mommy dearest.
We will, let's hear a song from Interpol.
All right.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This one's called PDA. Carlos and
love it.
Sam are both here from the band. Turn on the Bright Lights, name of the CD. I guess we got to go to break.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do some good radio where we sell a call.
All right.
All right? We're going to talk to Sophia when we come back?
Yeah, Sophie's a follow-up. Remember her?
No.
Being abused by her grandfather, living with him, sexual abuse. We had her call a social worker. They took her to a transitional home.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was a mess when we spoke to her. Was that last week?
About 2 weeks ago, I think we last talked to her. We talked to her a couple times.
We talked to her once. She said her grandfather, who she was living with, had been sexually abusing her for a number of years, right?
Right.
Then we told her to call a phone number.
Right.
And then she called that number.
Made a meeting.
Planned a meeting out for someone to come meet her at her school or something like that. And then she called us back, and she said the following day she was going to meet with that person at school.
Right. She met, and then she called us back saying that she was now in a home.
Right.
Transitional place. Remember we had the cop here that night. He was freaking out.
Oh, yeah. The guy couldn't speak good English?
Nope.
Yeah, what were they doing that for?
Cop couldn't speak.
What? It was L.A. guys, Spanish guy. They only pull over Latino guys here anyway, so it makes sense.
Anyway, she's calling to give us an update. Sophia.
Okay.
Right.
All right, let me just hear how she sounds. Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Sophia?
Well, you sound good as new.
Oh, thank you.
All right, baby doll. Are you in a better place than you were last time we spoke?
I'm in the same place.
Same place. The
Same place.
But my room's empty, and I used to share a room with this really mean girl, and she left. So.
Okay.
So that's an improvement.
Yeah. Hold on a second. All right. Hang on. How's the food there?
It's better than my mom's.
Better than your mom's. Okay.
Oh, she got takeout.
You got takeout. All right, hold on a second. All right. Interpol here tonight. Doesn't sound like she's that much better, Drew. We'll see what we can do.
It's take time.
We gave her like 8 days.
Here we go.
We'll be back.
Sound like
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Who's in here tomorrow night, Drew?
Berman sisters. They're
Yeah.
flying in specially for this, for you.
Those are the Berman and Bermans?
Yeah, the one's a urologist and one's a therapist.
Really?
Yeah, they're hot young women,
Huh.
and they run a show about women's sexuality and whatnot, TV show, cable show,
Uh-huh.
and you'll be right up your alley. I guarantee you'll be happy.
One's a urologist.
One's a urologist.
Where's she practice?
UCLA, I think, just moved out to University of Chicago
All right.
or Northwestern.
Interpol is here. Carlos and Sam are both here from the band. We going to hear something else off of Interpol's newest CD. Turn on the bright lights in the
Debut CD.
debut CD.
Yeah.
Holy Christ!
Yeah.
You guys seem too old for a debut CD.
Whoa.
No, I don't mean that. I mean too seasoned.
Seasoned,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, thanks.
You have a lot of
Very
poise.
cultured
Thanks
and
for the
worldly
poise.
and-
A lot of
Thanks for
poise
the
on
euphemism
air.
there.
Poise on air. P-O-A, yeah. Drew, what are you writing down there, bud?
Something for the screeners.
Oh, okay. All right. So now, when we left off, we were speaking of Sophia. Sophia is 15. She's was being sexually molested by a grandfather. We try to get her some help. She's in a place now that's better than where she was, except for the food's about the same. Sophia? Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's called a transitional home.
What?
It's called a transitional home.
A transitional home.
Which is where you were last time we spoke.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Got to put those cigars down, Sophia. Yeah.
So how are things going?
I looked at my house as a transitional home growing up.
I'm not sure transitional was even a sort of kind enough word.
Well, it was like, we're preparing you to transitionalize into a crappy apartment in North Hollywood with a roommate.
Your room was sort of a transition out of the crappy house.
That's right.
That's for sure. You had a transitional room at a crappy house.
Sophia,
Yeah.
so what do you do in your transitional home? You stay there for a while until they can find a permanent place to put you?
It's different for different people. Like, the people I shared a room with before, she was really scary. She had 3 sisters, and she was like suicidal, and she was really, really, really mean. I mean, I'm sorry, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. She told me I was a bitch and stuff, and
All
then,
right, Sophia, what's going on now? Are they finding a sort of a foster home for you, or what's the state?
well, I have to go to court next week
Yeah.
a few times. Something for my grandfather and something for my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, because she said the pills he made me take were very illegal.
Some
And she
pills?
said- yeah.
What pills?
I don't know. They were white.
Oh, white.
You know, she did.
narrows
Remember,
it
her
down.
original call was about the boyfriend. That was sort of anal sex. And remember that whole weird thing she called about?
Yeah.
He made me. Well, I had called about asking to have anal sex with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he said no, but I tried to tell him that, but it didn't work.
Didn't work.
She said the way he made me do it was rape.
All right. But he drugged you, basically.
Well, no, the pills. He told me that I feel really bad about telling him about it. That I should be lucky to take them because it cost him a lot of money.
Oh, my God. That's quite a twist, isn't it?
Interesting. I'm going to try that with my next roofie experience. Baby, these were $14 a pop. Give me a break. Not to mention the 3 wine coolers. I mean,
Are
we're
they-
well over $20 here.
The pills,
3 wine coolers.
but I thought the pills were really scary. I didn't like them.
Yeah.
And yeah,
All right. Well, hey, Sophia.
yeah.
Now, your boyfriend was a little bit older.
Yeah. 19.
18?
19?
19.
19. Now, where are you talking from somewhere now where you don't want people to hear you, including us?
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk loudly.
Oh, you are? Okay. It sounds like it's, lights out or something.
And you're whispering.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
calling from Maryland, so it's 1:30 in the morning. Huh?
This is my voice, but no, they don't regulate when I go to bed. Some people they do. Like
They don't?
Well, my old roommate, they had to regulate her with everything. They had to watch her shower and stuff.
Because
really?
she was suicidal.
They need any help?
Her.
No help over there?
Oh my God.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm just saying. I mean, there's nothing wrong with reaching out to the community, giving back, Drew. You don't know about that.
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah, he's only a doctor.
Yeah. Here's my point. First off, it's 1:30 in the morning over there where she's calling from. She's thought to yap on the phone until 1:30 in the morning at 15.
Yeah. At a transitional home.
Don't they do some kind of lights out thing? I mean,
You would
it's supposed to be
think, yeah.
sort of structured over there.
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to even have like a phone in your room, are you? Do you think she's at a
Depends.
private residence? Like, is a transitional house, could that be a private residence that you're...
I doubt it, but let's ask her.
Okay, this could be difficult. Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you at somebody's house, or are you at...
Have a less. The reason I'm going today is I'm not in my bedroom. There's a phone in the hallway.
Uh-huh.
And I used, today, the people that were with me left for foster care. They've been here for a year.
Uh-huh.
And since they weren't here, I could just go to the hall and make the phone call. But, I mean, you're not really supposed to, but I told her when I got here.
Okay. I think what you need to do is get the big Indian to throw the drinking fountain through the window so you guys can all escape. So,
So you're dating yourself.
Oh, okay. A little one flew over the cuckoo's nest humor there. All right, listen, Sophia.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing good.
I don't know.
Well, I know you're scared. I know it's difficult, but you're leaps and bounds ahead of where you were a few weeks ago when you called the show.
You had people preying upon you. You had people exploiting you all over the place.
But I'm scared he's going to be mad. But he has cancer now.
Who?
My grandpa and my boyfriend, he's going to be mad.
Okay, well, don't worry about it.
I'm going to therapy with my mom, and I'm scared.
Okay, but listen. Let me tell you a few things. Your grandfather getting cancer, that's the best news I've heard all week.
That's God's work.
That's good. That's all right. He's just being struck down, they call that. That's fine. He's a horrible man. He should have cancer and die. That's good. That's a good thing. I know he's your grandfather, and I know you care about him, but he's an animal. Anyone who has sex with their granddaughter is an animal. All right? Unless they're a producer, then it's, we can talk. But that's fine. Okay?
Now, what?
Nothing. I feel scared calling you, and I feel bad when you told me to, but I don't want to waste your time, and I just feel terrible.
No, you did the right thing.
You're not wasting our time. We enjoy hearing from you. You know we always take your call, right?
Yeah.
Right? We wouldn't take your call if we really thought it was not appropriate. Now,
and
here's
just
the deal.
as long as it's between 10 and midnight, we can go on for 2 hours. I don't care. It's just right at midnight.
Well, yeah.
We got cut off. Get out of here. But listen, Sophia.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your grandfather. He's a horrible man. Don't worry about your boyfriend. He's a horrible man.
No, I don't like my boyfriend.
Good. Excellent.
Good.
See how much better you are? And then remember how scared you were.
Thank you.
Remember how scared you were before you met with the social worker? Remember how horrified she was? She couldn't sleep all night?
Yes.
And that turned out to be a good thing. So don't fear these things when people try to help you. These are things to try to move you in the right direction, and they will.
That's right. Okay.
Don't feel sorry for your boyfriend.
No.
Don't.
That's the one she doesn't feel sorry for. Yeah.
Good. It's got to be. That whole incest thing, especially with Grandpa, it's like then they die and you feel weird because one part of you hates them and the other part of you, it's like, it's my grandpa dying. It's
well, that's what screws kids up.
But, Drew, we're all right with the guy dying, right?
Yeah.
It'd just be nice if it was something like a rusty sprinkler key through the jugular or something a little more dramatic, not just a slow deterioration. All right. You can't have sex with your granddaughter.
No, it's I think it's out of the question, really.
It's nearly out of the question. Almost out of the question. I mean, I'm gonna have to get like a note from somebody or like a really good excuse. Look, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to explain to me why it's okay for you to have sex with your granddaughter, and then we'll see.
Jim, 25. Jim.
Hello?
Yeah.
What's up?
This is Josh.
Josh. All right.
Oh yeah, whatever. Here's the deal. Okay. That was a pretty bad call I just heard. Check it out. I'm self-deprecating, make fun of me at will. Here's the deal, but it's all true. It's not a joke. I'm 25 years old, 2 years clean, being an addict, heroin addict.
Uh-huh.
Meet a girl, real good girl. I love her dearly. The problem is, here's the thing. I feel kind of loose inside of her, all right, to the least.
Yeah.
Knocking around, I could throw a knuckleball, if you know what I'm saying.
Is she extra super lubricated kind of thing?
No, not super wet, but she does get wet quick.
All right.
All right, but it's not. I mean, I've been with girls who got wet quick. Here's my problem. It's the first real relationship I've been in sobriety. But here's the deal: I get limp quick.
Yeah.
Now I'm 25 years old. Like I said, I'm self-deprecating. I don't care. Make fun of me. Here's the deal.
Just do it. Yeah, but what's the rub?
I bought the Viagra, dude. I live in Southern California, not on healthcare. So what do? I go to Tijuana. I'm like, you know what? I love this girl. I'm gonna solve this problem. This is serious. I buy the generic Viagra. Guess what? It works.
And what'd your sponsor tell you?
My sponsor told me it is not a drug that will change your mentality, your mindset. You know.
Basically, your sponsor uses it too. So
your sponsor smokes it.
But listen, you should be sort of monitored in doing this. But all right, so you're using some Viagra for a quasi-legitimate medical reason. Are you on any other medication?
No other medication. You can call it recreational, whatever. Here's my problem.
Well, it's not really recreational because you're truly having a medical problem. You're having erectile dysfunction for no good.
You know what? I've looked it up. I've gone to the website. This is my first encounter with that. Is this a problem of one? Being an addict who, you could probably tell me more, the doctor probably tell me more than anyone else, that, the L-dopa in your cells.
Hold on. Keep going. Or,
this girl could be too loose. Now, the problem is I'm not willing to blame her that quickly. I'm not like that. I can't say,
just hang on one second. Hang on a second, Josh.
Oh, my God.
He goes the too loose route repeatedly. He can't go the I'm too small. Not once does he go that direction, but she's too big.
Right.
Yeah, she's too big. But anyway, be that as it may, it's not either of those things, frankly.
I'm trying to figure out. There's a difference between her being too loose and him not being able to maintain an erection.
Yeah, he just doesn't maintain an erection.
That's his euphemism for not maintaining.
He's trying to figure out why he can't maintain it, and he's feeling.
Jim, you're not maintaining an erection with her.
Right, and you know what? I heard
small penis, you fag.
True, quiet.
What?
Go ahead.
What's that, Jim?
Doctor, all right, here's the deal. How pathetic is this? I went to a website. I wasn't so egocentric where I thought, you know what? I am not small enough. Screw that. I actually went to the website, 6.5, whatever. I am not packing a punch. I'm not Tiny Tim on crutches. You know what
Josh,
I mean?
here's the deal. Josh, listen to me.
All right.
Are you a trauma survivor?
Oh, wait, go ahead. You said listen, not talk back.
All right. Answer these questions. Are you a trauma survivor?
Trauma survivor. No abuse, no sexual, mental, or emotional abuse.
Was heroin your only drug?
Only IV user. I just got
Was heroin your only drug?
It was pretty much a recreational thing into that point.
Josh, stay with Josh. Josh, what other drugs did you do besides heroin?
No fair rephrasing the question.
I know.
Okay, what other drug is it? Without constantly, I would say cocaine. Every now and then, great once in a while, X. Hated weed.
Yeah, I could see that. Heroin be your best friend.
Yeah.
Works for me. You need weed.
Did you do much speed?
No, I never did speed. I tried it once, hated it.
Were you ever a steroid abuser?
The steroid? No steroids.
Okay.
All
right. Well, the stimulants can cause erectile dysfunction after the fact, usually associated with mood disturbance. Heroin does not. Not unless you were injecting down in those veins down in that area, you can cause nerve damage. And there are sort of secondary complications it can give you, but you'd be medically ill.
Yeah.
So it probably is not related to the drug use per se.
No.
It is, of course, your first relationship in sobriety. You may feel vulnerable for the first time in your life. There may be trauma issues that you really aren't really aware of yet. They're sort of reemerging here.
And he's wound pretty tight.
You're wound tight. You're anxious, and you're anxious in this relationship. I actually think if you were to see a doctor, they would reasonably prescribe Viagra for you. But more importantly, you got to start working on what these issues are interpersonally with your sponsor. And maybe think about the fact that a therapist might be a good idea. Now, 2 years into your sobriety, you're having some subtle, sort of difficult interpersonal issues.
Right.
Could be worked out.
Good times. Yeah. Good times. He's a guy who needs weed. That should have been his drug. It's ironic, guys. It's hard to hang out like you show me guys like, hey, I smoked weed once, man. I couldn't take it, man. It was out of control, man. And I'm like, yes, that's why you're annoying me. It's a weird litmus test. It's a way to measure people. Guys, people that freak out when they smoke weed are pains in the ass. They really
what that is. What that is?
That'd be me.
It's the sympathetic tone,
no.
Right, as opposed to parasympathetic tone.
Is that what it is?
The sympathetic, the accelerator's in, as opposed to the clutch in.
Okay, well let me just give this caveat with the weed smoke. There is a small percentage of guys who smoke weed who just sort of feel like they're losing control, and it's an inward thing. Maybe that's Carlos.
They spin into anxiety, you panic.
Yeah, but then they're the guys who can't smoke weed because they don't feel like they're on their game, and they can't throw in the here's a rub and here's a deal and what's going on.
That's me too.
They can't stop sounding like a strip club DJ for 10 seconds when they're driving everyone insane. Hey, Gentlemen's lunch, 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, hot wings, free, 7, show me appreciate fellas, ATM machine,
Dude, I want to do that.
Yeah, that could be.
Dude, that's my calling, man.
I swear to Christ, I was in a strip club last week, the weekend before last. I was in Detroit. I've been Canada. I've been Arizona. I've been at strip club everywhere I go to strip clubs.
Same guy.
So same guy follows me around. Like, how do all you guys sync up? There's no regional dialect. There's no difference.
The union.
There must be some kind of big school
Strip
or
Barker's
something.
Union. Yeah, of course.
But you know the thing that's weird? If you listen to a ball, like let's say you're an Angels fan, you go to a game or you're listening on the Angels radio out here, the announcer sounds completely different than the guys calling the Pittsburgh game. It's like a regional dialect and stuff. It's a different vibe.
Yes.
Not with the strip club.
They're all the same.
Go to Nova Scotia, go to Taiwan, go to Mars. Same guys. What is that? Fat guy with the leather fanny pack.
But wait, Adam, what you're saying is that these strip club announcers are the kinds of guys that just can't handle marijuana? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's where he started. Yeah.
I think that could be those guys. Yeah,
Maybe
really.
they all smoke the same kind of marijuana.
It could be some sort of special strip club grade that we don't know about. I just want to bring a dart gun and hit these guys in the neck, just something to drop them down for about 2 hours so I can maintain my erection. All right, Interpol is here tonight. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Buddy, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Carlos and Sam are here tonight from Interpol.
Howdy.
Yeah, the bright lights. Yeah, what is it? Turn on the bright lights. Name of the CD. Now, where were we here, Drew?
Do you want to do this? We have 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yes.
Ingrid.
Yeah.
See?
Hello?
Sophia.
Ingrid sounds like Sophia.
Yeah.
What is this?
Hey, Miriam.
What?
Yeah.
See?
Miriam.
Bogus call.
Yeah.
Well, it's my 18th, so...
We found out through through some Drew and I
No, it was the lady screener.
No, it was actually a young male we have here observing this.
That's a dude.
Thomas went to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a guy who's in here visiting, did a little work on the internet and figured out that Sophia's real name is Miriam, and this is a bogus call.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, what's up, screwball?
I am not a screwball, actually, but, this is so embarrassing for me.
Yeah, go ahead, though. Listen, first off, we
want to compliment you first.
We applaud your effort.
Yes, well done.
This is, Sophia's not the main call.
Ingrid.
No, Ingrid wasn't my first call. I've made 18.
Right.
Some of them including Sophia, but my first one, wait, so then the lady screener didn't figure it out?
It was easier to understand you when you were Sophia, actually. Can you speak in that willowy voice?
Sorry, wait, I'll talk normal, okay?
Okay, speak normally. Now, are you nutty?
No.
You're not?
No.
Now, how old are you?
15.
Your real age is 15.
I swear to God.
How did you know about people who were on suicide watch needing to be observed in the shower and that sort of thing?
Because I can imagine, and...
You've never been in a psychiatric hospital?
No, but my friend was.
Ah. Yeah.
But she didn't tell me about it. But you can only imagine that if someone was suicidal, they're not going to be like, go bang your head in the shower, kill yourself. And my friend's sister's suicidal, so...
So it's pretty ballsy to go to...
Who's suicidal?
My friend's sister. It's really depressing, but she's house was CF, but
Okay, so what's up with you? You a big gal?
Nope.
And you have any boyfriends?
No.
And what city are you calling from?
I'm in Maryland. It's right near. I'm right near DC.
You're in Maryland, and so now do you?
It's gotta be Chevy Chase.
Do you
time to do this kind of thing?
Yeah, and do you live at home? Your parents are together?
Yep.
They have
Jewish, actually.
Yeah. See, this is the diabolical mind of a Jew.
Man.
No, I'm.
Now listen. I know you're Jewish because there's the goyim are too stupid for this stuff, and the chicks are just interested in guys.
Oh, I'm interested in boys.
I know you're interested in boys, but they're not interested in you.
Oh my, I'm pretty actually.
Really?
Yeah.
But does your nuttiness drive them away?
I'm not nutty in real life.
You got a little nutty going on.
You have to be.
You can't really see it though. I never meant to go this far. Should I explain her?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're listening.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, it first started, I heard this call on the show, and I was like, what the heck? That is not real. And I sort of imagined, like, pretending to do that. And so I made up, I don't know, I'm really imaginative. So I made up my call, the first one I did Melissa, and, like, I got really into it, and it's really vivid. And I didn't call for, like, a week or so or 2 weeks. And this kept on going because I'd be doing homework. And what happens is I call you at 12:30, and I'm on hold, and it's totally quiet for half an hour, so it keeps me up and stuff.
Right.
So I can work, and then none of them ever did return calls except Sophia. So when I did Sophia, I got really, really absorbed in her, and I really cared for her.
Yeah. Are you into acting?
No.
You got a career ahead of you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I want to be a social worker, but
Let me tell you something. I've done a lot of stuff with Drew where he just had to play himself, and you did Sophia better than Drew does Drew.
Thank you.
Very sad testimonial.
But who's
Drew.
crazier, like Sophia or Ingrid?
Or Miriam.
Or
Oh, no,
Miriam.
just wasn't
Or
Ingrid
Miriam.
good, though? How good was Ingrid? Did you remember her from last night?
I thankfully sort of cleanse myself of all calls as soon as I leave the building and never remember any of them.
of every single call I've made.
All right. Well, listen. So Mazel Tov, as your people would say.
Wait, no.
You did a wonderful job.
Liar, liar, whore, and you know it.
Hold on. A couple things. We got to go to break. Here's the deal, though. It is dirty pool to be a crying 15-year-old and say that you're being abused because it's
By your
hard,
grandfather.
It's hard. It's hard to cry bogus when somebody's in a situation where they're in danger.
Yep.
If you call the cops or fire department and say you're going to commit suicide, they have to take it seriously.
Remember, the police were here that night, and he was, like, flipped out.
That's right. That's right. All right. So listen, Interpol's here tonight. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back. We'll mop up with Sophia / Miriam / Ingrid after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Carlos and Sam are both here from Interpol. Turn on the bright lights. Name of the CD. Debut CD. We'll hear another cut off of that CD in sometime in the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so. Okay, so when we left off, we were speaking to Sophia, a.k.a. Miriam, a.k.a. Ingrid.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a serial call with her.
Yeah.
She was a 15-year-old. She was crying her eyes out. Barely understand her, but she was
I've mixed
suffering
feelings
some horrible abuse.
Yeah, I mixed. At first, I felt, wow, fantastic. But she really did a great job. And then I thought,
You mean with her bogus call?
Yeah, they were incredibly
Well-crafted
detailed
bogus
and crafted.
calls,
Yeah,
yes.
I bought it. The experiences. Remember her crying about being upset about staying up all night waiting for the
Yeah.
software? I bought it.
Yeah.
And now I'm pissed off.
Why?
I
Why
just feel.
angry,
I
bro?
feel.
You feel betrayed?
I feel abused and betrayed and used.
Well, here's the thing, as I've said before, she did a wonderful job, and we don't mind a good bogus call. I mean, for all I know, all of them are bogus.
Yeah.
I don't care, but and we have pretty good radar for that.
We
And
thought.
we thought we did. Now we have to question ourselves. But the thing is I like I said, whenever you're sobbing and you're female and you're 15 and you're being abused,
Yeah.
it's hard for us to sign it off as bogus because it's sort of dangerous. What if this person actually is
That's
being
right.
abused? And it's so in a way
It's unfair.
it's a little unfair. It's a little unfair.
And hang on a second. Another interesting I thought of as I was walking back here is a male could never pull this off.
No,
Never do
no
it.
depth.
No.
Well, I think there's a cultural programming for that sort of stuff on the
I think
part
it's-
of women.
Wait, I'm really sorry, but I have to explain Sophia to you. Okay, she was never meant to go that far. Okay, I just thought it'd be like an interesting twist. She's being abused now, you know. But then I really believed in her, and I really wanted to help her. So this is so embarrassing because I sound so much more screwed up than I am. But I don't want you to feel like you're like I can understand you feeling betrayed, and you shouldn't. So what happened was I just forgotten about it, and I knew you guys would. So then I called the number you gave me, and to them I was Sophia, and they gave me the number of a social worker, and I had spoken to her, and it became really real to me.
Hold on, you
So you
called
wasted
me?
the time of research. I mean, it's one thing to waste our time, but you're wasting limited resources for
I know.
kids
Wait,
that are
please
really
let me
needy.
finish, please. And I felt
She
really
wants to be a
bad.
social worker. She's doing casework.
Yeah.
And then I called the social worker and told her I was lying.
Mhm.
And I wrote her a sorry note, and she forgave me. She was fine. She actually was really nice and understanding.
See, she's trying to set us up to be forgiving also.
Yeah, all right, well, write us a
I'm not expecting you
note.
to be forgiving. I'm just telling you that you shouldn't feel abused or used or anything. I'm telling you that I wasn't doing that as a trick. I wasn't doing it because, like, I ended up leaving Sophia. I wasn't doing it, like, to use you or, like, waste your time. Like, I can't explain it. And
I know, but your argument is sort of that you're crazy.
No.
Because your argument is that you started to believe you got lost in your character, which is a little bit nutty.
I wish. I wish.
All right. Now we're bored.
No, please.
Okay. All right. So anyway, it's Miriam, right?
Yeah.
Okay, baby doll. So
good job.
We'll see you in hell.
We got to give you that.
Yes, hell, or possibly purgatory.
I really suggest acting school. She can go
I
really
would
far.
too,
Yeah.
Forget about going to acting school. How about starting one up?
You know what she should be is a writer. I mean, that she can think of all this detail. She should really write.
Yeah, she can write a Dorothy Allison book.
Drew, where do the Jews go? They go to purgatory? Is there hell? They don't have anything.
They go into the ground.
They go into the ground?
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you in the ground.
We go to for 11 months. We go to.
Yeah.
Wait, please.
Where do you go for 11 months?
It's sort of like hell. We
Florida? Where do you go?
That's like hell.
We see all our sins in front of God for 11 months, and then we go to heaven.
Then heaven.
That's purgatory.
All right.
All right, Sophia, what was your last thing?
Then I'll see you in heaven.
Go ahead.
Honey.
What?
Yeah.
Somehow that doesn't.
What?
No, I don't. We don't need it. Drew, really? You give her 128 minutes on the air. You need to hear what?
It's just so unattractive and pussy.
Drew, it's funny. I was about to call you a puss. Really? She just screwed you over. You need to hear her dying words?
Keep moving.
11 months in purgatory, confessing your sins, and then it's off to heaven? All right. It all makes sense. It just makes sense.
That's not a deterrent, really.
It just makes good sense.
Well, it must be fact. I mean, why else would somebody pull 11 months out of the air?
It's got to be.
It's got to be true.
Yeah. It's like when your plumber charges you $349.56 to do about an hour and a half worth of work. 56 cents. It's got to be some sort of formula I'm not aware of. Because if we charge you $400, you go, this is a ripoff.
Specificity.
That's right. That's right. It makes it believable. It's funny. It's that way. It's that way with everything. When she starts talking about the shower and about the observing in the shower and her roommate and stuff like that, the more specific it gets, the more you get drawn in.
Well,
Jessica?
Yes. Specificity is accurate, too, in her case.
Right.
All right, Jessica, what's up?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you.
Last Wednesday, I started the patch, Ortho Evra.
Yeah.
And my doctor was very vague. She told me to talk to the pharmacist about directions on how to use it. So I talked to the pharmacist, and she didn't speak English, and she's like, I don't know, it's too new, read the directions.
Right.
So I read the directions, and the directions tell you that you can only put it on certain parts of your body, and I didn't really understand it. It's like all Greek to me, so I'm not sure exactly how to use it or if there are any long-term side effects.
No, it's the same as the pill in terms of the side effects.
Okay.
And it's a weekly patch. You replace it. They advise
Weekly?
they advise you to use it around your pelvic area, your sort of waist.
I was told that you can use
Within
it
the
on
panty
your
line.
upper back,
Yeah.
your upper back, your upper arms, or your abdomen or your ass.
Right. They recommend it around the sort of ass and hips and things like that.
What's a good absorption
and on the
place?
arms. It's all right. What do you mean?
In your body.
Your testes.
Really?
Yeah.
But is there a difference between, like, if you got a patch, obviously you don't want to wear it where people can see it, but if you put it on your forehead, would it be as effective as putting it on the fleshy part of your arm?
You know, I don't know anything about the technology of transdermal absorptions. I imagine it would be.
All right.
But facial skin is different than arm, is different than abdomen.
But wear like an eye patch.
Yeah.
That's always weird. You know, like, I don't mind the pirate eye patch on someone, but the weird flesh tone sticky one over the eye, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always a scary one.
It could function as a mating call, though.
Yeah.
What's that?
It could function as a mating call.
The patch?
The patch.
Yeah, I
could
mean
be,
where it's visible?
I am,
Right.
I came across one of these patches.
You did?
An
Ever patch.
Yeah. And in a, sexual encounter, and I ignored it. I didn't know what it was. I didn't want to look at it.
You sure it was that kind of patch?
No, it was. Well, she later told me that, that's the patch.
Where was it? Bikini area?
Within the bikini line.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk. I understand what Jessica
There's something to aim for when you're about to finish.
What is it? Jessica has a question about it.
Okay. All right. Let's.
I'm not quite clear what you're having a question about. You've read it. You understand where to put it. What is the question?
I was wondering if I could put it anywhere else because it also said don't wear it with tight clothing. I generally wear tight pants because of my work. And I had it on my upper
She works
back.
with kids.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, I had it on my upper back, but whenever I wear tank tops, people see it, and they're like, oh, you're on the patch, and they make a big deal out of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, so what?
All right.
Tell them you're
But-
quitting smoking.
Yeah. Pole. And where do you work that you have to wear tight clothes? I like that.
At a restaurant.
Ooh, nice. Which
What
one?
kind of restaurant?
It's just Outback Steakhouse. It's not like Hooters.
Oh, really? But they like
But
you
it kind of is because you have to wear tight clothes.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing wrong with that. All
It's-
right.
It's the same as the pill. It's just you don't have to worry about it every day. Really, just think of
Okay.
it that way.
And
as
it's
long
the
as you.
same effectiveness, right?
What's that?
Same effectiveness?
Yes. Very
All right.
effective.
Yeah, good
Okay.
times.
Thank God.
I've never been to that Outback Steakhouse. I see those commercials, and I feel like I'm full after watching the commercials. Like, you get the bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
Yes, we take an onion that's the size of a head of cabbage. And we dip it in crumbs and batter, and then we deep fry it for 10
Wow.
minutes, and then it explodes inside of you.
You know what? It's
Is it-
better than their steak, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been there once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. That was the best thing they had to offer.
The onion.
Yeah, the onion.
Bloomin'
Wait, you have to
onion.
eat an onion? Is
They,
that
they
correct?
take the onion and they like deep fry it, and
And they have this really nice dipping sauce, too.
you can't go wrong.
Ew.
You take an onion,
it's good.
You put batter on it, you deep fry it, and then you just put a bucket of ranch sauce next to it. You're not going to go wrong with that, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's timed to explode in your stomach, is that correct?
That's what I understand, yes. All right, let's speak to... Is this another Jessica?
Hello?
Jessica, you're 16.
Yeah, hi Adam and Drew. My question's for Interpol.
Here they are.
Hey Interpol, I'm a really big fan of you guys.
Thanks.
You
Thank
guys
you.
are just an amazing band. I saw you guys at Coachella. You guys play really good.
That was a very interesting evening for us, but thank you very much.
What was interesting about that?
Well,
Let's talk about time zones.
yeah,
Sam.
we flew in from Paris.
Right.
So we're talking like a 12-hour flight. Then we didn't fly directly into... No, we flew into Los Angeles
Right.
instead of... What would be the other airport?
John Wayne or
There's
something?
Something down there, some little teeny little strip.
Oh, yeah, John Wayne. Exactly.
Right.
So we had a 2.5-hour drive.
What's that?
They appreciate you referring to it as a teeny little strip.
Yeah.
It's the Orange County International Airport. Okay, keep going.
All right. But you flew into LAX, and you had to drive out to wherever Coachella
Yeah,
was.
so we're talking like 14 hours of travel.
Right.
Wow.
To,
Just go up on stage.
yeah, essentially.
If
It's
people,
crazy.
People don't really. I used to try to get some mileage out of our mileage too, which was I try to explain to people. Look, it's just when we do this show a lot where we go to bed at 1:32 in the evening, and we come home at 12:30 at night, and then we got to fly out of LAX at 7 a.m. and we got to get up at 5 to make the flight, and then when you land on the East Coast or wherever you're going, you sort of hit the ground running, and then you show up and the cameras are rolling. And I always try to explain to people I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
And they don't know, not a lot of sympathy for it, but it's got to take a good 20-25% out of whatever it is you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're disoriented.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All you want to do is just go to bed.
Yeah, especially if you booze it up on the plane a little bit, too. Yeah.
Well, Carlos has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
or else
have
he
to
can't
'cause-
fly.
Yeah, I'm terrified of flying.
Good.
Actually.
No, nothing wrong.
Good.
I'm not scared, but it's free booze, if I fly first class. And I never would say no to free booze. Jessica,
Yeah.
let that be a lesson to you. You never say no to free booze.
Is that it?
Don't worry. I
That's
won't.
not a lesson.
You all right?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just kind of nervous, but
It's okay.
yeah, you guys overall, you guys play really good.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
good.
everybody thought you guys were wasted in the beginning, but
They were just jet
Well,
lagged.
we were kind of wasted.
Jet lag.
They were physically
It's a great
wasted,
job.
not
really?
wasted with
Well,
chemicals.
yeah, they hadn't slept for a while.
Yeah, 14 hours of travel.
All right. Well, I believe you guys played like 2 new songs that day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I wanted to know if you could tell me what the names were.
Well, one of them hasn't been titled yet, actually, technically
really?
speaking.
But are they going to be on your second album?
Well, we don't know exactly just yet. I mean, we're writing new material, and
Hopefully they will.
Yeah,
Hopefully they will.
yeah. But the other one is called Length of Love.
Oh, Length of Love.
How apropos for this show, huh?
Yeah, I saw
Thank-
that on the message board.
Thanks, Jessica.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, good times, baby doll.
Yeah.
All right. Let's, speaking of jet lag, I'm doing Howard Stern tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah. For how many days?
I'm just doing it for one day. Get by, but I can't. It's physically impossible for me to go to bed before 1:45.
Mm-hmm.
I can't come home at 12:30 and go right to bed like Drew. And he goes on the air at 6 New York time, which is I go on at 7, but I get up at 3:30. So it's like go to bed at 1:30, get up at 3:30, and it's funny time. 3:30, except for you're disoriented. Other than that, it's funny time. Mark?
Yeah.
You're 33?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I hear you guys, I listen to you guys all the time, and I hear you talk about adoption
Yes.
in a favorable way.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of have a different perspective on adoption than most of your calls and most other people, really.
All right. Let's hear it.
Well, when I was in high school, my girlfriend got pregnant, and we gave our baby up for adoption.
All right.
And it was an open adoption, so we got to pick the parents, and we had a relationship with them at first. And when I went off to college, I kind of lost track with them and really haven't heard from them in the last 10 years or so.
Right.
And yesterday, my ex-girlfriend from high school calls and says that my son was looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
And she gave me his phone number, and I called him up, and I talked with my 13-year-old son for the first time.
Yeah.
And I just thought he wanted to wish me a happy Father's Day.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
Well, it's just...
Is this supposed to be a negative story?
No, not at all. There's just not too many birth fathers involved with adoptions. And adoption can be a very happy thing for everybody involved. And, you guys have callers that come in and you advise them to give their babies up for adoption. And I just want to support adoption and say that it can be a happy thing for everybody involved.
All right.
We agree.
We agree with us.
Well, thanks for that perspective.
I thought he had a different perspective on it, though.
I think a perspective that enhances our point of view is what he's saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks,
Mark.
Mark.
Too many male voices when it comes to
No,
adoption.
you don't.
That's
you
right.
don't.
That's good, Mark.
Thanks,
you.
Mark.
Appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hey, good times. All right. We have two types of callers. We have who disagree with us. We have the ones that just completely misinterpret what we said.
Yeah, right.
Which is about 90% of the time.
And then equate it to whatever's happening in their life.
And then the ones who have a bone to pick with us, which is exactly the same bone we'd picked
5 minutes ago.
Right. But that was what Mark was saying. But it's weird. I'm not a big fan of open adoption. I think it's weird. And as I think it's weird that the kid is sent. That's sort of confusing. To me, it sort of undermines one of the main reasons you put a kid up for adoption is to create some stability with the new family and to have this third and fourth party, maybe the dad and mom, or maybe just one of them sort of hovering around the perimeter of the new relationship feels confusing. It makes sense to adults, but to a 6-year-old, it is kind of weird. They immediately know something's up and they're different, and why did they give me up? And
sure. It might be bad. We don't know.
Oh, I know. I listen. It's not better than a good, stable family raising you as their own.
Period.
Fine, but if this is what it takes for people who shouldn't be raising kids to give their kid up for adoption, it's
So be
fine.
it.
But then the other thing that's weird is, what is some 15-year-old and 16-year-old couple doing picking out a family?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you guys can barely figure out where to put sprinkles on your froyo. You know what I mean? You're 16, for Christ's sake. Who are you picking out?
Yeah, that's right.
It should be like, listen, if you want to give the kid up for adoption, fine. You've done the right thing. Now get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll take the kid and move on. You've done the right thing, but you got a couple that's like they're a couple of attorneys who can't conceive. They're in their late 30s and early 40s. You got some 15-year-old over there popping a zit and doing an interview. Like, got a Hello Kitty pen and they're doodling on a Peachy folder. So,
how do you plan to
Bernstein,
care for
the
this
Bernstein
child?
family, yeah. You guys got Nintendo? Yeah. You're interviewing families at 15. You shouldn't be interviewing anybody at 15. All right. But anyway, he's done the right thing.
Yeah. Did the right thing.
Interviewed people. All right. Let's
keep going.
No, let's hear a song.
All right. Interpol song.
All right. You ready there, Anderson? This one's called Obstacle 1. Interpol, everybody. Carlos and Sam are both here from the band. Turn on the bright lights. Name of the CD, and you can, if you want to find out anything about getting the CD or possibly a windbreaker from the band, or find out where they're going to be on tour or anything, you can go to www.interpolny.com. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Interpol is our guest tonight. Carlos and Sam are both here from the band. Carlos is shaking the dew off the lily in the bathroom, doing something, right?
Yeah.
He'll be here. He's just,
there he is.
He's just doing a bump.
Sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just wants to knock the edge off. He'll be here in a second. That's right. He's peeing and doing blow. And maybe number 2. And shooting up. But don't worry. He'll pull it together.
He always does.
Yeah. He's a gamer. Alyssa?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Alyssa, actually.
Alyssa?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you spell Alyssa?
A-L-Y.
That's
S-S-A.
You said
like
Alicia.
Alyssa Milano.
No, I said Alyssa.
Oh. I heard Alicia, so that's what you heard too.
Well, how do you
whatever.
How do you do Alyssa with a Y?
Yeah, whatever. It's pretty much always that way.
I know, but how does it even turn into that?
Alyssa.
I have no idea. It's my parents' fault.
All right. I've said such an assful on everyone with the 5 pronunciations of their name.
We came close to naming Paulina Alyssa.
Yeah.
That was the only spelling out there.
Well, wait a minute. How do you spell Elisa?
Elisa?
Yeah.
E-L-I-S-A. E-L-I-S-A.
And then there's
That's Eliza.
That's E-L-I-Z-A.
And then so you're Alyssa, right?
Yeah.
And that's all right. All right. Anyway, Alyssa with a Y. What's up? I know it's how you spell it, but hey, there's too many pronunciations for too many names that are spelled the same way. I've had an assful, and it's only the chicks that do this, by the way.
Wait, I think Eliza starts with an E.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we said that.
Oh.
But
yeah, I was busy using the bathroom, as you guys made it very clear over the air, from what I understand.
So Elisa, what's Elisa?
E-L-I-S-A.
That's E.
Yeah.
Lisa with an E in front of it.
All right. All right, whatever.
Wait a minute, what's Elisa?
What's Elisa?
All right, what's up, Alyssa?
Well, back to the point.
Alyssa.
What's up,
I was
Alyssa?
wondering if queefing is bad for you. Like, repetitive queefing, like doing it all the time.
You can blow yourself out. Right, Drew?
Well, it's kind of like when your mom tells you shouldn't burp so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
No.
is bad for you.
No, it's not bad for you.
No?
No.
Well,
Queef away.
It's only air that someone put in you, right?
Right. It's good to come out. Things need to come out sometimes.
Yeah, almost all the time.
Well, I learned how to do it by myself, you know? Like,
Oh, you have?
yeah.
All right. Well,
So I
this.
kind of do it like a gag, but
All right.
A gag?
A gag?
yeah.
The guys really love that, huh?
Just like a whoopee
Oh, it freaks them
vagina?
out.
I've seen it.
What?
Why don't you whip something out for us? Can you do it?
Should I do it on the phone?
I think you should. Yeah.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah.
It is pretty gross. It sounds just like a fart. That's about it.
That's all right.
All right, hold on.
Adam. Like that's a deterrent for you.
Yeah.
How'd you like it? Good?
Oh, we were talking. Do it. We gotta
Do it
get
again?
another one.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
jeez. Hold on.
Yells the F word right into the phone. I'm telling you, we have the
No
biggest tards call this show. I have no dumber callers to any show, national. or
Shouldn't we
local.
punish her by not letting her do it?
Listen, if she didn't have this gift, I would punish her. But I'm spellbound now.
I think it's Miriam.
Alyssa?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Just quiet down with the potty talk.
I didn't think about
Listen, what do you think we're doing here? Now put the phone down to your coos and fart into it. We're trying to run a show.
I'm going to take my headphones off.
Yeah, take it
I'm
off.
going to make mine tighter.
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. That's about it.
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, it's pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
I could do a worse one, but I kind of like got to get on my back and stuff.
Please. Could you get on your back, please?
All right.
You do that. I'll tell you what. Do you need some time to prep? I don't know. Just doing it.
Just going right
Man,
for
I
it.
can't do it now.
All right. Do you want?
You're nervous, Adam.
You want some time to prepare?
Hold up.
All right. All right. I'm going to go out on a limb here.
What?
I'm going to say junior college.
Junior college?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Pima College.
Is that a junior college?
It's a community college.
That's a junior college.
Yeah.
All right. I know. I can, when I smell that queef, I smell junior college.
That's where you find that kind of talent.
Yeah. All right, baby doll. Well, you're doing good. You're going far.
So wait, it's not bad for you?
It's not bad, but you're right on track. You're right on track. Okay, don't get pregnant.
I'll try not.
What's the plan in life?
What's my plan?
Yeah.
I'm going into pharmaceuticals.
How's that work?
What limb?
Just like working at Walgreens.
You mean a pharmacy tech?
No,
Yeah.
she'll be a soda
like
jerk.
Pharmacy assistant.
Pharmacy assistant.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, baby. Queef for your customers. All right?
All right.
Good times.
Thank you.
All right. Junior college. Oh, yeah. And listen, don't fool me with that euphemistic community college BS. That's junior college. We should people. We really there needs to be a stigma attached to it. You know, community college feels like you're doing something good for the community. It's junior college. I'd like it to be called junior college.
I think community college is a little bit more stigmatic, actually.
Do you? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I went to one, so I suffered the stigma for a while, actually.
Yeah, I guess maybe it is. The only
They threw
reason
papers at me. They threw cans.
I think community college is more stigmatic than junior college because it feels like compensation.
Exactly. It's like Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Although I don't think one should call that stigmatic, actually.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's beautiful what those people are doing. Drew, they have gay Olympics. Did you know this?
Really?
I was talking to someone about this. They didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
No. Well, they do.
Oh.
Never? You guys? Gay?
I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, really? I thought it was sort of common knowledge.
So if you are gay, you're not allowed to participate in the Olympics?
I think we'll have you. I think we'll have you. I think Carl Lewis.
Greg Louganis.
Greg Louganis won a few medals over there. But that'd suck, too, if, like, I don't know if Carl Lewis is out or what his deal is, but I know Greg Louganis is. It would suck for him to enter the gay Olympics and just mop up. Wouldn't it? Like, sorry, fellas. Just get out of the way.
What? And it's just gay male Olympics?
No.
Gay male female. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good times. Let's, you never heard of that, huh?
Never.
You know the gay flag is 25 years old today?
Today?
Today. Yeah.
What did you watch? They adopted the gay flag for peace in Europe.
Was that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apache, right?
It's invented in 78.
Huh.
It's 25 years old today.
Mm-hmm. Your grandma, your mom have anything to do with it?
No. It was actually the gay flag was conceived when the Brazilian flag raped a windsock, airport windsock, and that's where it came out.
Got it.
Yeah, had nothing to do with my parents. Stephanie,
Yes, hi.
you're 29.
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I got hung up on when I said I wanted to talk to the band, so I called back with another question, but I really just want to talk to the band.
Who hung up on you?
The man, Brian, I think. I'm not
Really? And he hung up on
You
you?
got us now.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to know.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Stephanie.
I wanted to know what Stella's all about. Stella was a diver, and she's always down.
Well, I could say use your imagination.
Okay.
Number one, go wild with it, and secondly, that would be a question for Paul, who is the author of those lyrics. So, but yeah, I like to believe it's very, very sexual.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
All right, baby doll. We got to cut you off because it's dangerous precedent. People calling back and.
Well, okay. Well, my question was real. Do you want to address it?
True. What is it? No. Fell downstairs 2 months ago. Huge bruise, healed with dent. And what to do?
Yeah.
You have a dent in yourself?
I have a dent in my ass.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was not just a bruise; it was a hematoma, right? It was like a big like sack of blood in there.
I guess so. It was very deep.
Right, and that when it closes, it leaves there was a cavity there, and it sort of doesn't close all the way. It sort of makes a crater.
I have a dent in my leg. I've actually been feeling for a while.
Show me.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for reminding me of my problem, Stephanie. All right, baby doll. Yeah, you can feel this, Drew. I'm wearing loose-fitting pants today. Hey, you guys cover for us for just a second.
All right. So, Sam.
So, Carlos.
How was your day?
Oh, it was really good.
Yeah?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of distracted by the...
I'm trying to get my pants up. Although.
Yeah, Adam's not my type, so... actually...
All right. Hey, turn it on. That was a nice one. All right. Okay, now, it's you know, it's almost better. You can do it through the pants, maybe. All right. So go... Put your... I'm not wearing underpants, otherwise I drop my pants. But Drew, what you need to do is put your hand. See where my hand is?
Commando.
All right, put your hand down there. And no, but you gotta push down. Push down and
It's not a lump.
and do that.
That's not a dent. It's a lump.
Help.
That's a lump.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess a dent is what's under a lump, right?
The lump's right there.
Oh, the lump's there. Yeah. What is that? Cancer, you figure?
Yeah, sarcoma.
All right. What? That's a lump, but it feels like it's high on both sides. You know.
Fat.
I'm gay.
True, please. So what is that? I have a lump?
Yeah.
What is that lump from?
Fat. Just fat. How it's sort of packaged there.
I don't have fat on my legs.
Yeah, of course not.
Well, no, I have skinny legs. I don't.
It's fat, though. It's fat.
Really?
It's a little fatty
Why do you always go to the
Fatty
most
deposit,
insulting?
exactly.
Fatty tumor?
Yeah.
Fatty
Really?
deposit.
Wow.
Lipomas.
What is that?
Get
How do I
Marcel
get
in
rid
here.
of it?
No,
You're getting old. That's what
yeah,
it is.
exactly.
But it's not from any trauma or
No,
anything?
no, don't lie.
It just settled there? Drew, I don't buy this. I don't believe you. This
You're fat.
Your answers, I just got fat settling above my knee? I don't have any fat on my legs.
You're overweight. Everyone has fat everywhere.
What about Carl Lewis or Greg Louganis?
Very little. Very little.
All right. That was no
Get
fun.
Marcel up here,
That's
see what he
boring.
thinks.
Oh, listen, he'd enjoy rubbing my
Wasn't
leg.
even cystic either.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like no fun.
Drew, you're going to have to feel more of this during the break. All right, so Carrie's on the phone. Should we take the break now?
Yeah.
She's 1 day late on her period. Is that the best we can do? Got anything else
For
there?
the moment. Let's,
All right. Oh, this is going to be a great call. This is going to be killer. We'll speak to Carrie after this. Nate, Loveline, everybody. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Where are we?
More interesting and different calls here.
Interpol's our guest tonight. You want to find out information about the band, go to the www.interpolny.com. All right.
Here we
Ready to go? We got a better call?
Yeah.
Britain?
Yes.
What's up?
Where do I start? This is mainly in concern of my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She has an alcohol problem, really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've known her for like 2 years. So long as I've known her, she's had this problem. It's gotten really serious as of late. She's got a DUI, wrecked her car, and all this. And like, I don't know how to handle it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
One of her best friends has also had alcoholism, and he's gotten 3 DUIs, and they've gotten to AA before, and she won't go because it's like so religious based.
It's not though. I mean, the people, if you go there and look for reasons not to want to go and stay, it's easy to find them. You can start to feel like it's a cult. You can feel all the God stuff bothers you. But the reality is all the talk that they have about spiritual issues are really just about learning ways or figuring out ways to let go of trying to control everything and having a little faith that things are going to turn out okay and finding a spiritual connection with something outside of yourself. It's really sort of getting you outside of your head, which is possessed by a disease. You can't make decisions on your own without it being influenced by the disease of alcoholism if you have that gene and the sort of switch has been thrown on it.
Right.
How long you been with her?
I've known her for 2 years. We've been kind of on and off. I mean, she also has clinical depression, and so it's like a endless cycle. She gets on the depressive drugs.
You don't live with her, do you?
Yeah, we do live together currently.
You do?
Well, there's not any... What?
I'm kind of walking on eggshells because I'm unemployed at the time, so she's sort of supporting the relationship, you know what I mean? So it's and I'm trying to help, and the more it seems like I try and get her help, the more she pushes me away.
No, I drink alcohol.
There's not a antidepressant in the world that will keep an alcoholic.
She swears to God that it makes her crave it more.
Well, that's the point.
What makes her crave it more?
Antidepressants.
Well, she's like on Effexor. She just started Effexor. We took a vacation to California. All happy, didn't drink at all.
Really?
2 weeks.
Sounds
Got
miserable.
back.
Yeah.
Started work, and it's like she swears to God, and she's like, it happened to me when I was on the show.
All right, Britain.
before.
All right, quiet down. First off, what the hell kind of hillbilly name is Britain?
It's a long story. It's a British composer.
Okay.
From Britain, you ever heard of him? I don't know, whatever.
All right,
Billy Budd.
Number 2, Billy Budd Britain. All right, and the next one is why aren't you working?
Well, I just got out of work. I just lost my job, so I'm kind of currently looking for work.
What do you do?
I sold cars previously.
Ooh. So that's, by the way, that's nothing. That means you don't do anything.
I guess you're right. Well,
I mean, you're almost 30. You don't have a trade or a skill or nothing?
No, not currently. It's tough right now.
Geez, a name like Britain, you should be doing more. You just change your name to a Mark. You're not doing enough to hold that name up.
You just call Brett.
I don't know. I like to go around and strip people every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, once in a while, there's some black chick, and her name's like Shanakalakakika, and then it means Proud Warrior Princess, and she's living at home getting welfare. And it's like, sorry, we're stripping you. Your name's Cheryl. Brit, we'd have to strip him.
Yeah.
You're selling cars, you're living in Arizona, you're out of work. It's not Brit anymore. It's Mark.
You should be modeling.
You give me a chance. Yeah, you can choose between Mark, Steve, or Paul. But Brit, not going to do it. All right, so what's he got to do for this girl? She sounds not like she's not ready to go.
Right.
And he doesn't seem like he's got enough hand in the relationship to force her to do anything.
Right. So all he can really do is take care of himself. And the reality is him doing something for himself has the highest probability of getting her attention and getting her to motivate to get treatment for her disease. And so that would be him going to Al-Anon and getting a sponsor and working steps.
Right.
That will motivate her eventually. Or not, in which case she'll still be taking care of himself.
Al-Anon is the key.
Yeah. Maybe he needs to move out, too.
Well,
Sounds
working with his sponsor, he may make decisions like that.
Sounds dependent on her, though.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Hugo, it's really hard to tell. Here's the deal. I mean, here's the sad reality. I can make 1,000 times more than my wife, but she can still tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if the chick is supporting the guy can't really call any shots. Who decided that was okay, by the way? That's all right with everybody? You know what I mean? It's not fair. And if you're an out-of-work guy and your wife's bringing home the bacon, but she's a horrible fall-down drunk, you can't say that much because she's putting food on the table.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of, look, if they should be able to say whatever they're doing when we're bringing home the bacon, then we should be able to say what we want when they're bringing home the bacon.
Cultural.
Hugo?
Yeah?
What's up there, buddy?
I have a question for Carlos Dengler.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Do you like your name?
Very good question. Looks like you've read a lot, actually, in your days. No, I love my name.
Do you really?
I absolutely do.
Yeah? Even though you think it's like Colombian and German mixed?
Okay.
Wow.
This person clearly is a librarian of...
How do you know so much, Hugo?
No, I mean, it's true. I feel that my name is ethnically confusing in a way.
Yeah.
Because you're Colombian and German.
And German.
And
the name actually represents that sort of mix, very symmetrically. It's 50% Colombian, 50% German.
Right.
And that's exactly, my mother is 100% Colombian and my father's 100% German.
Where's she from in Colombia?
Cali. And my father's from Munich in Germany.
How do they meet?
Well, my father had an affinity for Latin American women in the 60s in Queens, and he decided to learn the Spanish language in order to sort of surround himself with his preference.
You gotta love dudes. You gotta love men.
You gotta love guys.
Yeah. And
Plus,
I mean, even today, I spoke with my father, and he's like, yeah, I know that you're out and about, doing your thing as I was when I was your age, and blah, 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 blah.
A lot of the Germans...
I'm like, what are you talking about? Please explain. But, no, your question's actually pretty pertinent, and, I laud you for your archival abilities, although I don't know whether to be proud of you or to be kind of suspicious.
I'd be suspicious.
Yeah, because
you would. Yeah.
His name's Hugo. You should be suspicious.
Hugo. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I actually me and my brother were kind of thinking of some weird mixtures of names that you could change it to if you didn't like your name.
Well, I went through various sort of permutations of my name and so forth, and I
don't put us through that again.
Yeah, I know, and that was it was very difficult for the band. But
What's wrong? What's up with Colombia? Colombia's a mess.
Beautiful country, though.
But the people just kick the crap out of themselves.
It's crazy over
Why
there.
are they so violent over there?
There's a lot of real serious poverty. Real serious poverty.
I know, but there's poverty in lots of places where they're not so violent. It's like it's really like one of the most violent places around, Colombia. I don't know what the mixture is or how that works.
I think it's cultural. I think there's a cultural sort of volatility to the persona of a typical sort of Colombian person.
Really?
And it might be slightly un-PC for me to, designate sort of behavioral kind of aspects to somebody based on culture.
Just say they run a little hot.
In a roundabout way, they run a little hot.
I'll tell you.
I was in Cartagena.
My mom's a hothead.
I was in Cartagena.
Is she a hothead?
She's a hothead.
I mean, this is true though. There's different cultures. Like Italian women are this way. They're hot. They're spicy. Whatever it is.
There's a spice there.
It's cool with
well,
the
didn't you see Diego's wife in Blow?
The guys. No, I didn't see Blow.
You didn't see Blow? Diego's wife in Blow. She's Colombian, and she typifies that sort of thing.
I did see Killing Pablo, which is a great documentary about killing Pablo Escobar, and they really went through Colombia and what was going on over there and what continues to go on over there, and it's just violence, just out violence.
I was in Cartagena as one of the prettiest cities I've ever seen in my life. It's like New Orleans. It looks French.
Wow.
No, yeah. Right.
And they're big forts. I mean, this is where they stripped the Incas and the Aztecs of all their gold and silver and just shipped it out from Cartagena.
Yeah. Well, like they said, they said in the documentaries, it's like beautiful country, mean people. Yeah. They're like a breed. It's like a Chihuahua or something. You know what I mean? Hey. Sorry, but the Germans, they're fine. No history.
Oh
there.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I know.
They're not violent. Come on,
Susie.
I know.
What's up, Susie?
Hi.
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right, so my boyfriend, he wants me to talk dirty to him, like when we're having sex, but I mean, I don't know what to say.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want to do it? You have to be motivated.
You have to be into it.
Well, I mean, I want to make him happy.
Oh boy.
That's not really enough motivation, though.
You have to have enthusiasm. Did he tell you what he wants you to say?
Suck my white balls.
Like Kennedy does.
Yeah. Do you want to try a little?
Do I want to try?
Right now on Adam. You got 30 seconds.
I mean, I don't know what to say. That's why I'm calling. Cause
Why don't you give her something to repeat to you, Adam?
Suck my white balls.
Yeah, well, she's 16.
Yeah.
Listen, Susie, how old's your boyfriend?
He's 17.
Yeah, at 17, I got to send a message to all these screwballs.
He may just be wanting to see enthusiasm. Not
like 17, you are so lucky if you got a place to park your penis once or twice a week. For Christ's sake, the whole talking dirty and the threesomes, and I got to get oral while I'm on my cell phone and all this. You little pimple-faced punks make me sick. I had nothing. I beat off to a raft box, Drew. Do you understand? And look at that picture of a chick floating in a pool. You guys with your internet and your threesomes, you make me sick. Straighten up and fly right, son. You know what I'm saying?
What'd your mom think when you hauled that 4-foot box into the bathroom with you?
No, the box was small. The raft was big.
Yeah.
I would sniff the raft and then beat off to the box.
Adam, I once heard you say a long time ago when you guys were televised, if I'm not masturbating more than once per 2 days, I'm not masturbating.
Oh, really? Wow.
You said that.
That's heavy.
Because there was someone who called in and said, I masturbate like once every 2 days, and I think I might have a problem, because I think it's like a little too frequent. And you said...
I wouldn't count that as masturbation.
You wouldn't count that as masturbation.
Yeah,
That
wouldn't
qualify? Adam, that stuck with me.
It's like if you breathe, you just inhale and exhale once every 4 days. That's not breathing, right? You stop breathing, right, Drew?
Right.
Thank you. All right. We'll be back. Sam from Interpol and Carlos from the Medellin cartel for coming in here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure, our pleasure. And Interpol, that's the band, everybody. Go to www.interpolny.com. You'll find any information out about the band, where to get the CD, and all that good stuff. Much luck to you, and good luck in Europe. I know you guys are going over there tomorrow. And
yes.
When you come back, come back.
Thank you.
Can we really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
I will.
until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Please. Could you get on your back, please?
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.